Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. First, I do want to say I'm sorry for the lack of updates recently. Like this past week has been busy last minute. It's kind of like my busy season. I don't know why. I've just been busy with work lately. So that's why I apologize for the lack of updates. I really wanted to do this video last weekend, but I also got under the weather and then work just piled up. And then on my 2 days off, one day I was just also busy with errands and stuff that I've neglected, and then also just wasn't really in the mood of filming a video yesterday. So I'm recording this on Saturday, about 1 week after we got the three new NHL jerseys: Carolina Hurricanes away, Ottawa Senators third, and the Seattle Kraken's third jersey. So here I am. I just want to give my opinion on these jerseys. Now, my last video, I did a jersey concept video on Carolina Hurricanes away jersey and the Seattle Kraken's third jersey. We didn't know that Ottawa was also going to release their third jersey. That was also leaked a few months ago. But I did a jersey concept video based on what the rumor was, because we knew what Carolina Hurricanes were going to do. It was supposed to be like a white version of their Stadium Series jersey. So I did a jersey on that. And then I also did three other concepts that I thought they might go, or what I would like to see them do. And then I also did what I would like to see the Kraken do also. So if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out and see what I got right, what I didn't, and then also at the same time just see if my versions were better than what we got. So with that, let's just look at the order of what I've seen the jersey. So we'll start with Carolina, then Ottawa, then Seattle. So let's get into Carolina. This is the first image that I saw on the release, was this image right here, and I was actually surprised. Now I'll put my version of the Stadium Series. That's just one of them. There's other versions, other designs that I created in my previous video, but this is the Stadium Series version. I was kind of surprised when I saw the black part of the logo. I actually thought it would be just an all red logo and the negative space would be in white, because I thought maybe that it's kind of similar to, like, say, the Tampa Bay Lightning's logo. I don't know, something just told me that this would be all red on a white jersey and the negative space would be in white. So at first I was kind of surprised. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm feeling it, but it's kind of growing on me. And that's kind of the thing when you do these jersey review opinion videos, is that if you do them right away, you're going to get your actual reaction and it might not be as positive. But once it's been over a week now, so they're kind of growing on me a little bit. So at first I wasn't too thrilled with it, but it's kind of growing on me. It does make it pop, so I do like that. And here's another image and the full uniform, and you know what, you can't go wrong with red, white, and black anyways, or white, red, and black here. I've always liked their uniforms. They have a really good uniform. It's a nice jersey overall, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, the Stadium Series jersey was a good jersey, so if they wanted to do a home version of their Stadium Series, although I don't know if I really liked it, I don't know, like, I'm not sure if I liked it that much to go all in, but it's not a bad jersey all around. And also, like, the inside the collar, I mean, I think that's great. It's the warning flag. It's a great inner collar. But this is actually here the flag. This is the one thing I really don't. Well, we'll get to the other one, but this is actually the first thing I saw actually on Twitter the day before. It was like a part of a leak. Sorry, it's not a leak. It's more like a teaser. That's the right word, teaser. It's a red version of the North Carolina flag. Now, here's my problem with using this as a shoulder patch. Number one, I'm not really a fan of teams recolorizing their flag to match their branding. I don't know, just something about a flag should not be touched. I'm just not a fan of that. And Carolina does that. And then also at the same time, I'm just not a fan of, well, I'm like, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's kind of like the Colorado Avalanche, their third jersey. Like, that matches their brand. I'm okay with that. I'm not a fan of the logo being, that C Pac-Man logo being colorized to their branding, but their shoulder patch, that matches their jersey, so it's fine. I was never a fan of, say even like Calgary Flames, for example. I think they were using at one point their provincial flag, and it just did not match their jersey at all. their branding. In this situation, Carolina Hurricanes are using a North Carolina flag and they're recolorizing it to match their branding. And I'm just not really a fan of that. I would rather they just made it chrome like their current home jersey. But then the other problem I have with it is that they're just only representing North Carolina. I get it; they do play in North Carolina, but if they want to represent all of North and South Carolina, they're called the Carolina Hurricane. They represent both. Um, they should put both flags on each shoulder. Like that's just my opinion. But again, they don't really match their branding, right? So just make them all chromed or just leave like I don't know, just don't put it then. Like, just put a warning, put that warning flag hockey jersey logo that they have on their home jersey. Put that as a shoulder. That's what I would do. Okay, so now we have this crazy shoulder patch logo, and that's the Stormy the Pig mascot. Now it is part of their history to put a mascot logo on the shoulder patch because I believe the Hartford Whalers they put Pucky the Whale, and I think their last Hartford Whalers jersey, the white one, I think they also had Pucky the Whale on the shoulder. So it's not really crazy with this team's history to put that. Now I got to look at it from both ways, right? From the consumer, from a merchandise standpoint, and then from a professional men's hockey team. Like if I was cheering for a team, I would be kind of embarrassed that they have that on the shoulder. But as someone who would buy a jersey, and this jersey is worth buying. I'm not going to say it's not. It's a nice jersey overall. I would actually like to have that on my shoulder. It would be kind of fun, right? Like just going out with friends. I like to go skating with friends, and I like to wear hockey jerseys. So having this on a shoulder would be kind of fun to have. So that's the thing I'm always like torn. Like I want to criticize it from a. I want to be serious about it. Like it's not something serious. Like why would you put that on your shoulder, on your jersey? But at the same time, as someone who would buy a jersey, I think it's awesome having that on the shoulder. That's what I'm torn about. So that's all I gotta say about that. And when it comes to the number, I'm not a fan of the numbers on the shoulder or on the arm. I feel like it's missing something. It's just black. I feel like it should have a white outline maybe because it just feels like it kind of blends in that dark, that black or almost charcoal on that dark red. It just doesn't stand out. But overall, it looks clean. It's a nice, clean jersey overall. So that's it with Carolina. Now let's look at Ottawa. As stated, Ottawa had these leaks, and I was not a fan of the jersey. It just didn't look that nice. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of it. It just reminded me of Reverse Retro 1.0, I think it was. It was the red one, the one that looked like Santa Claus. So I wasn't a big fan of it. And then we got this, and it does look decent. Now in this picture, you don't see the details in the logo, but I want to say it does look good on a red jersey, and I think they learned from their mistake when it comes to the striping because it doesn't look like that Santa Claus belt at the bottom. So I do like that. The one thing I've noticed I'm not a fan of off the bat is the shoulders. It's not so much that I'm not a fan of the black shoulder yoke. I'm just not a fan of the gold on red. I feel like Ottawa Senators gold is not the same as the Vegas gold. I mean, look at the logo, for example. Like that logo, even though it's got gold in it, it's got a black outline, so it's okay on that red jersey. But for some reason, the striping, that gold with the red, I don't know. I just don't feel it. It doesn't look as good. Now here we have a good detail on that logo. I think it's beautiful. I think it's amazing. I think they should, like everyone's saying, they should have it on every home and away jersey. And I think it's actually pretty good. I really like it a lot. I got nothing bad to say about it. I mean, really, it's just a shoulder. That's the one thing I just don't like about it. Here's a cool image too of that logo. It's side by side here. Yeah, and here's that clean, nice version. The other thing I just don't like about it is just, well, I mean, other than the shoulder. I mean, the shoulder yoke is just the one thing I'm not a fan of. I think I would want it to be just all red. Let it breathe. Maybe black collar. I like the black collar. It's cool, but I'm just not a fan of the sides, that gold on sides. But the one thing I really just did not like is that arrow, that white arrow on the sleeves. I think it's just because it looked like there was a hole in the jersey when I first saw it. I was like, what the hell is that? Maybe put that pattern, that arrow pattern on the gold in black. I would have liked it more, or maybe even outside of the striping. If they could do that in black, maybe it would look better. But I don't know, having it on a black in white, I don't know, it just feels like a piece of, like, I don't know, it's kind of like dirty or something. I don't know, it just doesn't feel clean. That's where I'm getting at. So overall, I think they did a good job. It actually looks better than I thought, and it just shows that just because something got leaked in bad quality, it's not to be on end all. Like, it's actually pretty good. Like, I think I'm very surprised with this jersey. So far 2 for 2, I think, when it comes to that day that we got the releases. Because now we're going to my disappointment, and that is the Seattle Kraken. Now, I'm going to go in the order of what I recall. It's been over a week of how I saw this. So I saw this image here about an hour or so before they announced the jersey. I saw it on Reddit, I think, and this is what I saw. And I was like, at first I thought, I was like, God, I hope this is wrong. Like, are you kidding me? I just thought it was like, I like, this is not what I thought they would, the direction that they would go with. I thought it was just a fan-made jersey concept, and that was it. But then we got this, and it was the real deal. So, what I like and don't like about it, I gotta say the logo does look good in this image. The thing is this is a glow-in-the-dark jersey, I get it. But to me, I really don't care about that. I care about what it's going to look like on the ice in regular lighting. Sure, as a consumer, as someone who would buy the jersey, yes, it's fun, it's cool to have a glow-in-the-dark jersey. But I don't care about that. I want to see how it looks like on the ice. And I just feel like it doesn't feel like a different third jersey. Like, I get it. It's a black jersey, and Seattle uses a dark, deep navy primary color, but it's not that different than a black jersey. Like, it's just, they're both dark jerseys to begin with. You know, to me, a third jersey is meant to be like thinking outside of the box, you know, kind of experimenting a bit. Like, I'm not a fan of wordmark jerseys, for example. Like, I know there's a leak with the Edmonton Oilers. I'm not a fan of wordmark jerseys, but if it's on a third jersey, I'm actually fine with that. I like when they use the shoulder patch as the primary logo on a third jersey. I like using their tertiary color, that third color. Like I would have liked to see maybe like that teal color as the base, as the primary color for a third jersey. That's what I was looking. That's what I was expecting. That's what I thought they would go with. So I was very disappointed. Like, I mean, I think it's a nice jersey, but it's not something that I would have gone with. That's just my opinion here. And here's another thing that I've been pointing out is that sublimation print on the sleeve. And this is one of the pet peeves of a lot of, even like content creators. They talk about this a lot. Like, I remember with the Colorado Avalanche Stadium Series. I remember with Calgary Flames Reverse Retro 2.0. It's the sleeve. Like, you could tell it's a different material. And that's the mistake that I think Adidas and Fanatics have done, is that they're using the same color, and then you can tell it's a different material. Like the burgundy with the Stadium Series for the Colorado Avalanche. Like, you couldn't tell from the white, from that A, but from the burgundy part, you could tell it's, or maroon. I can't remember what's the right term, but you could tell it's a different material. Same with the Calgary Flames. You could tell it's a different material because it's black on black. You could tell it's different. So here, what I would have done is, like, why don't you put the teal as the first stripe, or red, and then you couldn't tell from the red from the bottom stripe. You can't tell the difference really in that material. So that's what they should have done. And I would have liked to have seen maybe the tentacles. I mean, they look like waves really, but make it like the octopus Kraken tentacles as the striping. That would have been fun. I'm also, even the number kit. Like, I know I don't really generally care with numbers that much. I know I talked about the Carolina one, but I think they should have colored it in, like, to give it something more. It's kind of similar to the logo. Like, have the logo stand out on its own, but you had the captain's patch, and I'm sure the alternate captain's patch, and colored in. Have the number colored in. I know they're going to have the name on the back also colored in, right? So do that. Here's another image. This was with the numbers, kind of similar to the first one, but I think this is the real deal. And I do like the inner collar, though. I do like that it's got that compass location coordinates, so I like that. Also, I have the back of the jersey, and I do like the Fanatics logos in red. I mean, that's kind of like the Fanatic. That's kind of the Seattle Kraken's theme, is that they like to use a hint of red, and I really like that a lot. And then here's a cool image of the full uniform. Again, it's not a bad jersey. It's just disappointing that I didn't get what I thought they would get. It's not how I would have gone with it, but it's still overall a nice jersey. Like if this came out like 10 years from now, I would have liked it. I would have said, okay, well, they've done everything else. Time for a black jersey. And I do want to mention, like, I like black jerseys. I liked San Jose Sharks' black third jersey because they're usually using teal, and using a black jersey is different. Same with Vancouver Canucks. Even Carolina Hurricanes' current home jersey. I mean, they usually only had a white away and a red home jersey, and then they had that black alternate, which is now the home one. So it's a nice jersey overall, nice uniform altogether, just not what I would have gone with. And here we have it in that glow in the dark. The one disappointment is the eye is not even glowing. Like that seems like a fail. That's a huge fail for me, that the eye is not glowing. And that's it. That's all I have for images. So how would I rank these? I think the way I would rank it is, I want to say they're all nice jerseys overall. They're not bad jerseys. They're not horrible jerseys. They're just not what I expected for some of them. I would say my least favorite, based on what I was expecting, I'm going to say the Seattle Kraken. Out of the three, I would rank that one last. It's a nice jersey, but it's just not what I expected from them. And maybe I expected more at the end of the day. I don't know. But I put that in last place. And then in second place, I would put the Ottawa Senators. I think they really surprised me. I was actually tempted to putting them in first place, but Ottawa Senators really surprised me with their jersey. It's just, I'm not a fan of the shoulders. That's the only thing I don't like. I mean, even the striping on that arrow on the arms is not the worst thing, but just the shoulders. I wish they just had an all red shoulders. And I wish they could, I wish they could have used the shoulder logo in the front, but I do like that they experimented with that primary logo with the pattern, and maybe, hey, in the future they're going to put that on a home and away. So I'm giving them props for that, and I think Carolina did an overall good job. Not my favorite Carolina Hurricanes jersey, but you know what? They still did a good job. I think out of the three, it is the best one overall. So that's it. That's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, hey, let me know what you think. Do you agree with me on this? I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with me with the Seattle Kraken one. I know it. I mean, even in my poll, it won a lot. I did also do, forgot to mention this earlier, I think, but I did a sneaker design in my community tab in that post section. So check it out. I did a sneaker design of all three jerseys. So that's all I have for now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and hopefully I get to see you guys on the next one.